ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה. These other ones, is this how you want us?
May.
Do you want them to cheat a little? Or?
That's up to us.
As long as we're under the
If
football,
you'll
fine.
stay here and then you guys stand like that's like normal.
Okay. Facing this. Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Yep.
Now, as you enter the chuppah, you circle 3 times. Let her circle you first. Very symbolic of matrimony as she ties you up. And now you 3 times. It doesn't matter. And now you can join hands and circle each other one more time. Just one more circle. Lovely. Bruchim habayim b'shem Adonai. Blessed are those who enter in the name of God. Mi yadir al kol hakol, mi baruch al hakol, mi gadol al hakol, hu yivarech echatan v'hakala. May the one who is supreme in power, blessing and glory, bless this chatan, Jacob, and this kala, Alex. Ahachotenu atchayel elfei reviva Yisimech Elohim Kisara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. And all that you do, and may God bless you as God has blessed Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Yisimcha Elohim K'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. Yaakov, Jacob, may God bless you in all of your worthy endeavors, and may God bless you as Ephraim and Menashe. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God show favor and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift up the holy face upon you and grant you peace. The psalmist says, Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nismacha bo. This is the day that God created. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that was created just for Jacob and Alex. This day was created for you. Today we witness, sanctify, and celebrate the wedding of these 2 amazing people. The ceremony itself is going to be in 2 parts. The first part, Erosin, and then Nisuin, the betrothal, and then the actual marriage part. We do them together today, but in ancient times they were separate. In ancient times it could have been months or even years in between. But the betrothal, the erosin that we'll do first, essentially is engagement, and it means that it's an official declaration that the other one is off the market. Right? You are now betrothed and consecrated to one another. So there will be 2 brachot, or blessings, and when we do brachot, you all have a job to do. When you hear Baruch atah, blah, 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 and when it ends, you say Amen. And that's a very important job, because when you say Amen, what you're saying is, I believe, I attest to that, and it is as though you did it yourself, so please stay sharp for your amens. And then after the blessings, Jacob and Alex are going to exchange rings, which is essentially legal consideration, making their erosin, their engagement, binding. Jacob and Alex, as you share the fruit of the vine, may you also share all the things from this day forward with love and with understanding. May life's joys be heightened and its bitterness sweetened, and each moment made that much more special because you're in it together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'ariyot, v'yasar lanu et ha'arusiot, v'hitir lanu et hanasuot lanu, al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh amo Yisrael, al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Praise are you, Adonai our God, who brings forth fruit of the vine. Praise are you, Adonai our God, whose presence fills the universe, whose mitzvot add holiness to our lives, and whose will guides us even in the most intimate of our relationships. We give thanks to you for graciously fashioning the partnership of Alex and Jacob. Praise are you, Adonai, who sanctifies the people Israel with chuppah, the wedding canopy, and kiddushin, the holiness of marriage. Have a sip and then give it back to me. Nice. The rings. Which one is which? Oh, that one looks like an Alex ring. Our tradition, these rings, and be very careful because if it goes through that crack, we're in serious trouble, is that we use simple bands with no precious stones and no engraving, smooth, and they're perfect in their simplicity. And the wholeness of the circle reflects the beauty in which the two of you now complement and complete one another. And like a ring, may your love be without beginning and without end. Jacob, would you place the ring on Alex's finger, and we'll do your index finger first. And repeat after me. Hare at mikudeshet li b'taba'at zo kedat Moshe v'Yisrael. By this ring you are consecrated to me as my wife.
By this ring you are consecrated to me as my wife.
According to the laws of Moses and the people of Israel.
According to the laws of Moses and the people of Israel.
Alex, do you accept?
I do.
Also, his index finger. Repeat after me. Hare
Hare
ata
atah
mekudash
mikudash
li
li
b'taba'at
taba'at
zo
zo
kedat
kedat
Moshe.
Yisrael.
By this ring you are consecrated to me as my husband.
By this ring you are consecrated to me as my husband.
According to the laws of Moses and the people of Israel.
According to the law of Moses and the people of Israel.
Jacob, do you accept?
I do.
Please hold the rings out for everybody to witness. You all see this? You see this? You can place them where you are more comfortable now if you'd like. This ketubah that we started signing before is a sacred wedding document, and it's a public declaration of Jacob and Alex's commitment to one another, and as such it needs to be read aloud and signed. So I will do the best I can to translate the Aramaic for you into vernacular. B'echad b'Shabbat shnei v'eschrim yom l'chodesh Sivan. Today of the week, on the 22nd day of the month of Sivan, Shnat Tisha Chameshet Alafim Ushva Me'od V'Shimonim Livriat Ha'olam, in the year 5780 of the consecration, the creation of the world. Minan Sha'anu Monin Kan Cleveland, B'Medinat Sod Carolina, Erzot Habrit. I think you got that part right, where we are. Okay. Eche Chatan Yaakov Aryeh ben Yehuda Feivel V'Leah. Here, this groom, Yaakov Aryeh ben Yehuda Feivel V'Leah, Amar Lahada Gyurta Alexandra Bat Daniel Zera Avraham Avinu says to Alexandra, Have li la'anta kedat Moshe v'Yisrael, you are to me according to the laws of Moses and Israel. Ba'an alfa v'ulkov v'azyon v'afana yachin lichin v'lakaton v'gavyon Yehudi'in. And I will care for you according to the ways of the world and the ways of Jewish men. And I promise to provide for a living and holiness, and build a whole house of kashushta, of holiness. And I pledge, should this marriage dissolve, that you will not go empty-handed. You will go with a number of zuzim, 200 zuzim. So it's not going to happen. But interestingly enough, the ketubah in many ways strikes us in modern sensibilities as a one-sided document, and it doesn't always rest well with our egalitarian sensibilities for today. But when you actually look at it, the document protects the bride, not the groom. And in ancient days, this was kind of unheard of. We were thousands of years ahead of the curve, making sure that people were taken care of, because if a marriage was dissolved, a woman could be pretty much left in limbo. And this way, the man has a responsibility to her. There are some clauses here that have been added by the conservative movement that adds, B'chaya v'tova min yoma, that from this day forward to the end of our lives, that I pledge to love, honor. And this is a two-way document, that we are pledging to love and honor one another, to stand by with one another through the good times and the bad times. We have all witnessed this is not a matter of rhetoric. This is a true and complete legally binding document, and all signed and sealed here to agree upon this. All signed. Excellent. Would you like to finish your signature? It's in here somewhere. Oh wait, here it is. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. There it is. Just make that little line. There you go. Perfect. We now come to the second part of the ceremony. Those of you who have Sheva Brachot cards, get ready. This is the Nisuyin. Nisuyin, the root is Nun Sin Aleph, and that's used for marriage, Nisuyah. But the root also means to carry. It also means to forgive. It also means to inspire, and it means to uplift or ascend. All that packed into one word, marriage. And I pray that you continue to be the source of each other's inspiration, and that you uplift one another all the days of your life. The first of the Sheva Brachot? Huh? Book. Do you have it with you, or?
I think she's getting a card. They're right here.
It's right here.
Oh, you have it? I have mine.
Yeah, well, I'll hang on to this. There's the bracha right there. First one.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Yeah.
Praised are you, Lord. Praised are you, God, who brings forth fruit from the vine.
Amen. And next, the Hebrew Danny, father of the bride. Yeah, come on up. Why not? Chuppah's a good place to be.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shahakol bara likvodo.
Amen. Lisa. Would you like to do the follow-up in the English? Yeah.
Praised are you, God who shapes the universe. All things are created. Speak of your glory.
Man. Lauren, Leah, do you have it with you or? Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzar ha'adam.
Amen. Yeah, I think I have you down for the English too. Oh, okay.
Praised are you, Holy One, who fashions each human being.
Amen. Meryl.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzelmo b'tzelem damut habnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adei ad Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
Amen. Ben, I think you're up here. You can use that right there.
We praise you, God, for forming each person in your image. You have planted within us a vision of you and given us the means that we may flourish through time. Praised are you, creator of humanity.
Amen. And Anna.
Tasis v'tagel ha'akara v'kibutz banecha v'tocha v'simcha v'im hara baruch atah Adonai misaneach tzyon v'banecha.
Amen. Nashkoch. And now Peter, grandfather.
The barrenness will surely exult and be glad in the gathering of her children to herself and joyfully. Blessed are you, Adonai, gladiator of Zion by way of her children.
Amen. And Sadie.
Sameach tishmach hayim hahovim, v'samecha yitzrach b'gan nekerev, Baruch atah Adonai, v'sameach hatan v'kulah.
Amen. And now Grandma Angie.
Loving companions will surely gladden, as you gladdened your creations in the Garden of Eden in the east. Blessed are you, Adonai, gladdener of groom and bride.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala Gila rina dihitza v'chedva ahava v'achava v'shalom v'reut Meher Adonai Eloheinu yisama lishama v'arei Yehuda uv'chutzot Yerushalayim Kol sason v'kol simcha Kol chatan v'kol kala Kol sason v'kol simcha Kol chatan v'kol kala. Let's do that again. That was good. Kol sason v'kol simcha, kol sachan v'kol kala, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala. That's the voice of joy, the voice of mirth, the voice of the bridegroom, the voice of the bride. Kol mitzalot chatanim mechupatan una'arim Mimishte neginatam Baruch atah Adonai mesamechatan im hakala. Praised are you, Adonai, who lights the world with happiness and contentment, love and companionship, peace and friendship, bridegroom and bride. Let the mountains of Israel dance, let the gates of Jerusalem ring with the sound of joy. song, merriment, and delight, the voice of the groom, the voice of the bride, the happy shouts of their friends and companions. We praise you, Adonai, who brings bride and groom together to rejoice in each other. Let's take the words now.
Alex, when I think about our love and life together, I imagine a garden. Sunny and colorful, filled with big green, happy plants. 2.5 years ago, we started our garden that has already grown so much. There are many things that made me fall in love with you. You are strong and independent. You have a compassionate and courageous heart. And you're always ready to give your all to anyone hurting or in need. I remember very clearly the moment when I truly started loving you, when I opened up and knew that you were someone that I could be myself with. We both let our guard down and just talked. Then and many times since, your patience with me and your compassion have eased my worries and doubts. I know that as long as I'm honest with myself and with you, that we can talk and get through anything together. Around you, I know that I'm a better person. You are the inspiration to start an adventure and to push when I'm struggling to keep going. I've seen you give your all to people and plans, gloried in your success, and felt your pain when you haven't been able to say or do as much as you wanted to. So now and for our lives to come, I promise to stand with you and support you through success and failure, to be there with you on adventures near and far, share dinner and my day with you, and whether we're planting, weeding, or harvesting, I promise that I'll always work to keep our garden growing.
I want to tell you about the man I love. Oh man, he looks so fine. He's the one that I've been dreaming of, and today, he's all mine. He's a man that says what true kindness and compassion look like. He not only can describe a piece of scat, but doesn't rhyme. With him, every moment is exciting and new adventure. By his side, I have learned that the call of a green frog, a tree frog, sounds like plucking a banjo, but most importantly, how to help those in need at every opportunity. Jacob, knowing you, has helped me become more the person I wish to be. As we approach this next section of trail, I promise to choose what type of laundry detergent to buy when there are too many choices, and to talk out the big stuff. I promise to be there even when the distance feels overwhelming, and to be your partner every day with intention, compassion, kindness, friendship, and respect. There are some things I'm working towards but can't guarantee. Maybe one day I'll stay awake for a movie, but we all know that's a hard one to promise. And some days I'll have an opinion on dinner, but I'm really game for anything. As we stand here today, I promise to always be your bus buddy and trail partner, and to share the load today and all the days that follow. Okay, pitter patter, let's get at it.
Not yet. Nope. I'm kidding. Go for it. That's lovely. So I have a few words that I'm going to share from Rabbi Mark and Linda Wilson, who could not be here today, but have a very strong connection and very brief. Dear Alex and Jacob, for 18 years we have been blessed to have the Leffitz girls in our lives, and we love them like daughters. When Alex called us to give us the news of her engagement, we could not be happier. Our circle was expanding now to include a son. We have seen Alex and Jacob together, talk to them, and feel the love and happiness springing forth from them. What a joy. You bring us such delight because we know that the two of you will have each other as you experience life's wonders and challenges. With great love, we wish you God's blessings of good health, compassion for others, tzedakah, knowledge, and wonderful children. May your home and your love be an inspiration to all. V'arastich li le'olam, v'arastich li b'tzedek u'v'mishpat u'v'chesed u'v'rachamim, v'arastich li be'emunah v'da'at Adonai. And I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you to me in righteousness, with justice and loving kindness and compassion. And I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you will know God. Now, our Torah reading cycle, we're in the book of Bamidbar, in the wilderness. And the opening Haftorah for our long journey through the wilderness contains the verses that I just read. It's from the prophet Hosea. And the pshat, the simple meaning of the text, God is looking forward to a reconciliation with the people of Israel, a people who have strayed from the path, a people who have failed to engage in a true, loving, and trusting relationship with God. And because of that, we were bound to wander Bamidbar, in the wilderness, for 40 years. And I submit that each one of us faces Bamidbar. Each one of us has a wilderness from time to time, our own wilderness that we're walking through. We wander searching for something, for love, for companionship, for meaning in life. And given the current status of the world and our health, the wilderness can feel even more daunting. Yet we learn from Hosea that there is a way out of the wilderness. And Alex and Jacob, you're taking your first steps, because the path through the wilderness, the path through Midbar, is paved with relationships that are based on loving kindness and compassion. When I heard your words, I know you already share that. We just need to listen. We need to open our hearts. And we need to try to listen twice as much as we speak. Not always easy to do. God longs for us to come closer, and God longs for us to come closer to one another. And since Judaism teaches us that we're all created b'tselem Elohim, we're all created in God's image, each one of us has a piece of that divine holiness, and each one of us has a spark of God. And so when we look into the face of another, when we look into someone else's eyes, we should be seeing them, but we should also be seeing a glimpse of the divine. A holy union, when two people find themselves in love and commit themselves to one another, when this happens, they don't only strengthen themselves, but they bring God into the world, and they reveal the presence of the divine among us. Alex and Jacob, I am honored to stand here and bear witness to the commitment you have for each other. And you have some wonderful, magical, beautiful times ahead of you, but such is life. You also have challenges ahead of you. You have Midbar. You have some wilderness to cross. And sometimes it may seem like more you can bear, but you're now Chatan and Kala. You're a bride and groom, and you form a partnership. And it's not just the two of you. You have your friends, your family, your community, and hopefully you have God in your lives. And when you look into each other's eyes, remember to see that spark that God placed there, and let this knowledge strengthen you, uplift you, and encourage you, inspire you to hold each other closer. Kohelet teaches us that a threefold cord is not easily broken. It's not just the two of you. There is a third. And remember to share with one another, to hold each other close, to forgive one another when the time requires, and to discover all that is precious in each other, and to live and love deeper and deeper still. Yaakov and Alexandra, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. May God lift up the holy face upon you and grant your lives peace. Amen. We have one final bit of business. The breaking of the glass. There are many explanations. I'm just going to pick one today, because like Jews, we always have differing opinions, and One possibility is that our tradition tells us that the world is still in many ways broken and in need of help repairing it and making it better. And as the glass is broken, we're reminded of our obligation to work with each other and work with God in this sacred task. But as two people come together and form a union, we recognize that the world is now one step closer to wholeness and completeness. Let's see if we can do this simultaneously. It might be best, sometimes it's good to just put your foot on it and then lean your weight onto it rather than stomp so it doesn't fly.
Ready?
Put your weight on it. Mazel tov! Smooches, yes. Mazel tov and semen tov, semen tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and semen tov, semen tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and semen tov. Yehelanu, 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 U'lechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, U'lechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu. Don't leave, people. Stay here. Wait, don't leave. Okay, where they are going right now, we have a wonderful, wonderful tradition called Yichud. Yichud is just a little time for the bride and groom to enjoy the moment, just the two of them, to decompress, to catch their breath. But what I'm going to ask you right now is, together, we've created holy space under this chuppah, and maybe some of you have never stood under a chuppah, or maybe it's been a very, very long time since you stood under a chuppah together. So I invite you all, I'm going to step out. If you wish, come. Take a moment under the chuppah and just feel what that joyful, holy space might feel like. And if you are a married couple, come on in and have a kiss too.